What I really love about ASNC is the fact that it's a small community and it's a relatively small department. Everyone really gets to know each other, just makes it a really nice place to work.
For me, I'd say that it's really about the lecturers being at the cutting edge of their research. So in a lecture you have the best of the best giving it to you, but despite that it's still a very friendly environment and there's always some cracking banter as well as learning going on.
My favourite thing about ASNC is the sheer scope of things you can choose from, the literature, the language, the history. You can really tailor the course to what you love the most.
My favourite part about ASNC is how interdisciplinary it is, both in terms of the different languages you can study. You can look at Germanic languages, you can look at Celtic languages, you can look at Latin.
This is a bit of that is describing how the demons are coming to attack Guthlac in his hermitage, and they're described as coming with clamoribus raucisonis. Hasgrumalum, in Old English, Hasgrumalum.
I get to study some of the best Welsh poetry and just the best poetry ever written, and I get to look at why it works so well and how the artistry works, and that kind of makes me feel like I'm part of it, like I'm part of that poetic process.
In all kinds of ways, it's really encompasses the kind of the cultural connections between Britain and Ireland, but then in this case also between England and the continent, so it's a cultural treasure.
In the annals you can see sort of a coming together of historical and literary traditions, and also this medieval aspiration to fit a nation's history into biblical and world history, which I think gives you an idea of sort of actual individual scribes and authors sitting there creating these texts, and it gives it a much more humanising element.
Because it's very varied in its disciplines, and because you get this really good foundation in all those disciplines, after the degree you can go into any of those directions that you want.
If you look up Norse literature online, you'll get sort of the Eddas, a few sagas, and then you come here, and because of all the library resources and everything, you realise there's just so much out there, anything you could want.
So the ASNC course lets me develop my passion for the reign of Alfred the Great. I get to explore key primary sources from his reign, which tell us all about the origins of England as a single kingdom.
So here we have an annal towards the end of the 9th century describing King Alfred fighting the Vikings, the crucial moment as he's about to see off Guthrum and the Viking horde, and it's kind of almost no less real and up to the minute than a modern political press release. And here's Alfred having at the Vikings.
For me, I really enjoy being able to look into some of the insular medieval texts and really pull apart sort of what an author thinks, both in their formal works and often in their more personal writings, such as letters and so on, which I really enjoy for being able to give you a quite personal touch to the Middle Ages.
I got to study the medieval Irish voyage tales, which are these wonderfully creative, otherworldly voyages to islands across the sea, islands made of crystal, islands where the birds sing with human voices, all sorts of wonderful islands like this, which were actually the inspiration for C.S. Lewis's Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
What I found out I enjoyed the most was being able to see where different texts and ideas and ways of thinking were being transmitted and moving around during the period, and how you can map this by, who's writing what where, what are they copying, what do they think is interesting. It's all just one big mess of learning and culture and intellectual creativity, and there was just this moment of everything is connected, and that was just really exciting.